So Donald Trump gave the green light. In fact, goes pro cryptocurrency. The market doesn't quite react though. Lots of noise coming out of Canada as well as the broader market. We're going to get into all of it in tonight's live stream. So sit back, relax, and I'll see you in a second.
Yeah. They ain't believe me when I told them crypto was the future. Now they trying to get in, but it's too late. We've been stacking Marbitz since day one. No banks, no middlemen, just power moves. Let's get it. Yeah.
Hey, you massive set of choppers, welcome back. Hope you're all doing well. We are coming at you live and direct with all the latest in cryptocurrency news. Welcome to the Alpha crew joining on TikTok as well. Thank you so much, everybody. We have got an action-packed show tonight, actually. We're going to get into a lot of stuff. Lots of to talk about, actually. What does the weekend look like? Where are we at in terms of the markets? Is the market over? All sorts of craziness. All sorts of craziness is going to happen tonight. So we're going to get into everything and a little bit more. We're taking a look at the new Federal Reserve's stance for banks and how this can impact your cryptocurrency holdings. That's definitely something you're going to want to hear about. As well as taking a look at some of the more upcoming positive moves in the charts and also Donald Trump. What did he say today that, in my opinion, is set to ignite the markets? Now, before we kind of get into it, I know what you'll all be thinking, Too-Bit, the market looks terrible. Well, I'm going to try and break that down for you as well. So like I said, we've got a lot to talk about, a lot to get into. You know the drill. If you could just do me one quick favor, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Also, if you're part of the Alpha Squad on TikTok, you know what to do. Tap that screen, lock in some likes, and pretty much get bullish on what is about to turn up. So good to see some people are in the live as well. I have no idea what happened last night with TikTok. It was all a bit crazy. But anyway, we are back. We're at it. And also, FYI, if you were part of my subscriber group on TikTok, congratulations. That's all I'm going to say to you. That's all I'm going to say. But yeah, eat well is what I would say to that. Anyway, let's say hello to a couple of people and then we will get into it. So Craig, what's going on? Welcome. Tim's here. 37's in the building. Mr. Blazer X, welcome. One for Dayish says more dumping ahead. We will see. RPM's here. Good to see you, man. Vern, what's going on? Chipper's here as well. Good to see you both. 2-Bit Crypto apparently is here as well. What's going on, 2-Bit? Good to see you, man. Grab your tickets by sending ETH here. Well, let's get it, 2-Bit. Mac Noby's in the house. Foz, welcome to you. Tomato Pete, RPM's here. Batescoin, good to see you, man. Been a minute. Thunga's here. What's going on, Thunga? Welcome to you. Tony P's here as well. Good to see you. Oh, Adam. Adam is here. I like the fact that you called yourself on the third person. Love that. Chris Bendix is here as well. RPM says, market's terrible. 8 years to get rejected from 2017. Hi, exactly. 37's joining us live on TikTok. Welcome to you. Also, Johnny Howie says, market dip July, August, back up September, bull run in Q4. Or have I missed something? Tell all, please, bro. I think you're off a little bit on your timings, personally. I think, it depends what you define as a dip, by the way. If you are in the camp that everyone seems to, for whatever reason, think we're going back down to like 70k, then I think you're wrong. Personally, I'm going to try and explain a little bit as to why I think that tonight as well. There's been some very interesting stuff happen that no one else is talking about. Well, guess what? We're going to talk about it here on the channel because that is important. So, yeah, do all that good stuff. As always, tap the screen if you're interested or you're brand new here as well. Hit that follow button. We live stream 6 days a week, keeping you up to date with the markets, keeping your finger on the pulse with the news, and taking a look at any charts or coins you may well have got into that you may not longer want to be in. We've got it all for you here. This is a community-centric channel of legends, so I appreciate you guys tuning in as always. Hey, Hyper Sniper, thanks for the follow, man. I appreciate that as well. So, share us out, get us out there, and absolutely support the channel, and let's get into it. So, what is going on? Price of Bitcoin, 106,929 is on a slight move. Now, what I would say, and it's always slightly awkward for the TikTok Familia Madrigal, albeit I did find a way where I can kind of show you guys this, but you have to come really close to me, which is kind of a little bit awkward. So we're going to try and do something here. Everybody, just sit tight. Oh, God. I'm so close to the screen. Because apparently, I think I can kind of flip this, and you guys can see the camera, and you guys can see this, but it all sort of gets a little bit weird, but I'll do it, this bit I think I can do it for, which is fine. Right. Okay, people, here we go. So what we can see is we're trending pretty well here on the Bitcoin price. You can see that we actually are up against this resistance line that is turned, well, the support line that actually turned into resistance. And what's key about this line is so many different times it has been resistance here, resistance, albeit we broke resistance and resistance. What we can confirm is once it becomes support, you can see that actually you get a relatively solid move on it. So this is what we were talking about the other day. We are looking for the push retest above this. Now, this big yellow line, by the way, is the 14-day continuous trend line going all the way back to the inception and launch of Bitcoin. So we're pretty much well away from that. The other thing to note here is if you take the market high and go to the bottom on the Fibonacci, you see the 618 Fibonacci at 106,831 is pretty much slapped back on this resistance line that we've been talking about. So we absolutely need to see this break to continue to the upside. Now, the numbers that I'm looking for, which I think would deem a convincing break, we have to go out a little bit further. So you have to come out here on the weekly candles. Oh, TikTok. I'm sorry. I tapped the screen. I'm sorry. Hold on a minute. TikTok, it's gone. Jesus Christ. It's gone wrong. Jesus. Come on. Right. On the weeklies, you need to see. I'm sorry, everybody. That was just a disaster. The Sunburn 37 is awful, by the way, and it's still not having much fun. I'm not gonna lie. Right. Anyway, continuing on. So when we get here, what we can see is the previous resistance line. I have to be careful now. From the previous move here. Look, this is kind of where we're looking for. This at 109,536 would be the confirmation we potentially would be looking for, which then, in my opinion, sends us up to retest these higher highs. So that is kind of what I'm looking at right now. TikTok, I'm just gonna put you back over there so that I don't lose you guys. Right, there we go. So welcome back. Hi guys. So again, this is kind of what we're looking for. Now, there is obviously some kind of interesting stuff going on. The S&P 500, for example, rallying to a brand new all-time high today, which is pretty crazy if you ask me. But this is kind of where we sit on crypto. And it's not a bad thing, by the way. It's not a bad thing. Altcoins continue to be a bit of a challenge. Cardano down 0.2. I mean, I just won't even touch it with anyone else's. XRP's down a little bit. Aerodrome, no surprise. Casper down just a tad. The rest of the altcoin market actually holding up okay today. I think that's kind of where I get to. So, oh. I might be one of my kids, actually. Anyway, I'm sure my missus is on it. So, yeah. So, I wouldn't touch Cardano if I'm dead honest. Ethereum is not the worst coin in the world. Still trending within this range that we've been talking about forever. Haven't changed it. Still holding up. And actually, if we can continue to see this, by the way, we're still in a green trend if you were to look here. So we're still actually in a positive move to the upside. Then that's fine. Yeah, RPM, I'm probably with you on that one, if I'm honest. So yeah. What's going on, John? Weekly, monthly, quarterly, all end over 2 days at the end of the month. RPM, that's very true. Crackerjack, what's going on? BTC about to run up to 125k coming soon to an exchange near you. Daniel, let's hope so. There is an interesting battle going on X right now between James Wynn, who is allegedly super bearish on the market, and Dr. Profit, who is insanely bullish somehow on the market. It's like they've done a role reversal, kind of weird brain swap. But anyway, I'm sure one of them will be right and one of them won't be. Do you know what my opinion is? Don't listen to either. I'm going to make my own decision. So Ethereum is holding up pretty well. Solana doing the same as well. So interestingly enough, there's some news we'll talk about with Ethereum that sets, I think, for a pretty interesting move over the course of the next couple of months. So BTC dominance finally gets a little bit of a push down. We obviously want to see this kind of index come down a little bit. This plays out more positive in terms of the altcoin market, and hopefully we sort of see that. So yeah, interesting that we kind of get a little bit of a downside move when it comes to BTC. And the Fed actually took over $18 billion off their asset balance sheet, and there's a couple of reasons for that. We'll talk about that in a minute. Overall market is up just 0.17, and the total overall up as well. So what we are seeing, though, by the way, is huge amounts of money flowing into this market. And when I say huge amounts of money, I mean pretty big amounts of money. So again, you can kind of see here, look, a whale just bought $64 million worth of Bitcoin. It's just a random wallet. They're like, oh, well, yeah, let's do it. Let's get bullish on what's coming in this market. So you can see kind of there, that is a pretty big deal. And lots of people now are predicting that we're going to see this breakout. So look, Bitcoin, you're going to witness the biggest breakout in history. It's a pretty big statement, isn't it? 107,424. That's the number we're looking for. We are just below that right now, holding at 107,077. However, if you are the savvy of you, will notice that we now just broke over 107 and turned it green because I officially have gone live on the on X and TikTok. So there you go. But look, this is kind of what people are talking about. 107, 424, break above 109 could set us up for a 155 push. We will see. We will see. Check out ETH on the 3-minute chart. Pump it. Yeah, it looks like the market's pushing a little bit. FedWire gave it to yes to July 14th, 2025. Nice, Dan. Nice. Wouldn't listen to any of them. Yeah, that's probably true as well. That's probably true as well. So also, lots of people are pretty much in this same place, which is one of two things, by the way. You can either get into a world where you're like, maybe everyone's a little bit too over-optimistic in the market, or you kind of get into this place of going, yeah, do you know what? This feels probably right. Bitcoin set to explode. If you understand liquidity and simple economics, you are already positioned. Lots of people now predicting the distribution phase that comes into the market after we've sort of seen this consolidation. When you compare it, and we've done this a while, M2 liquidity. So keep your eyes peeled on that. And then this is one of the biggest and most important charts. You don't even need to see this chart, TikTok. I'm going to just talk it to you. But long-term holders are stacking over 800,000 Bitcoin per month, the highest accumulation rate in history. Okay, think about that. Think about that. Slingshot ready, shake and bake. Yeah, let's hope so. Dr. Octo, thank you for the gifting. Appreciate it. Yeah, tap that screen, lock in those likes, share us out there. Let's let people know that we are live and that we're bringing it. We got lots of good old cryptocurrency to talk about. But this is the most important chart I think you guys will see today. All of this fear in the market, all of this kind of, I guess, kind of nonsense. Deal in facts, right? You'll never go wrong if you deal in facts. And this is a fact. We are seeing accumulation like never before in bigger wallets. And it's important to think about this. Whales accumulating. We just talked about that. You've got massive accumulation when it comes to ETFs. For example, you only have to take a look at today. BlackRock buying another 1,522. That takes a total, by the way, to 11,000 Bitcoin purchased over the last 7 days. You got Fidelity buying nearly 2,000 Bitcoin, as well as things like ARC21, Grayscale Mini. Lots of massive accumulation here on ETH and Bitcoin. And then when you sort of break that down as a numerical value, we're well over $1 billion worth of inflows into ETFs this week. That's a pretty staggering number if you think about it. So this is why I absolutely am bullish and optimistic on where this market's going to go. So I'm excited about it. I'm excited. 37, thank you for the Thunder Hammer. I appreciate that, my man. Fedwire gave us, yes, I think I said that. Justin, what's going on? 51st. Let's get it. Let's be real. People have been predicting this for how many months now, and they just changed the chart to fit then. Yeah, 100%. That's why I never liked TA the starter. Never liked it. The best decision is to do it on your own, not to what's on X. Exactly. Exactly. And try and understand more macroeconomics. People will go, oh, hold on. Let's see the retest. Let's see the bounce. You kind of go, well, let's deal with more facts on that. So, yeah, it's important to think about. Vern's in the chat. What's going on, Vern? Mr. Dan, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Appreciate you, sir. Very much appreciated. Hey, what's going on, Vern? Look at that title. The title of the gifter. Let's get it, Vern. Thank you so much, buddy. Yes, join the fan club. We're here 6 days a week, bringing you the latest and greatest in cryptocurrency. CJ's in the house. What's going on, XRP, John? Good to see you. In facts can be misrepresented. Politicians do it all the time. Yeah, they absolutely do. Good. Okay, that's the charts. Let's break down what I think is a very interesting little statement here coming out of the Federal Reserve. Let me just flick this to here. This is actually more important. So, I don't know if you guys have seen this, or you guys have saw this, or you kind of even bothered to look at it, but there has been a modification to regulatory capital standards when it comes to the banks, right? And there's a couple of reasons why I think this is important. So, the federal bank regulatory agencies today requested comment on a proposal to modify certain regulatory capital standards to reduce disincentives for banking organizations to engage in lower risk activities and promote the smooth functioning of the US Treasuries market. Okay, what the hell does that mean in a nutshell? Basically, they're almost saying, look, we want banks to take a little bit more risk. We're happy for them to take risk if it's balanced and if there is if it's based on individual exposure, right? So what this means is that you are opening up the door to digital assets, to risk on commodities, or to risk on asset markets, right? Which is good news. The proposal would modify certain leverage capital standard applicable to the largest and most systematically important banking organizations, JP Morgan, Chase, what are they called? Chase Bank, whatever it is. All of these like crazy big banks, Banks of America, all of these. Now, there's a couple of things that are really important to think about this because they have all already been very open about building their own blockchains, launching a stablecoin, getting involved in XRPL, all of this stuff, right? The proposal would set the enhanced supplementary leverage ratio for both bank holding companies and their depository institutional subsidiaries so that it's based on banking organizations' overall systemic risk. This is a massive deal and no one's talking about it, right? No one is talking about it. The agencies anticipate the amount of overall capital the banking organization maintain would generally stay the same as a result of this proposal, but in aggregate, the proposal would reduce Tier 1 capital standards for effective bank holding companies by less than 2%. All right, fine. What is this monkey thing? What the hell was that, Ben? So basically what this means is the Federal Reserve is saying to the banking sector, hey, if you guys want to go out there and you want to take on a little bit of risk, but you do it on an individual basis, then you can, and you don't need as much capital to leverage that risk against what they want. So you could get people, rather than having to come to DeFi, leverage their Bitcoin against, I don't know, some shady platform somewhere where they're going to get liquidated at a certain point or whatever it is. You can potentially very soon be able to go and do it at the banks. Now, I know what you're all thinking. How the hell does this affect me? Why is this important? Well, if you remember, the Federal Reserve actually announced the reputational risk that will no longer be a component for examining programs with the supervision of banks, i.e., the banks get to decide what they want to do. There will be no regulatory oversight done by the Federal Reserve or any sort of governing body. Double down on the fact that then, Jerome Powell's come out and gone, yeah, we're kind of all right for banks to hold cryptocurrency. We're kind of all right for them to do that. This is a massive deal that no one is talking about. No one. Pretty crazy if you ask me. Not forgetting you'll have millionaires from last cycle ready to place positions in Q3. Yep, I agree. Legends of the 2-Bit channel deserve to be rich because we are the diamond hands. Absolutely, yeah, I'm down for it. I got rejected today from Del Taco today. Despite being over a decade in service industry, I got a degree and I need to work. I love how I'm completely broke, but I got 100K in crypto. Pay those bills, baby. It's not what you want to hear, but you make sure you pay those bills. This obviously does play a massive role, and no one is talking about this Federal Reserve stuff, by the way. This is pretty big. And then, so the Federal Reserve's kind of flipped entirely on the US banking market, right? They've totally flipped on collateral assets. They've totally flipped on their view on Bitcoin. The only thing they haven't flipped on is inflation rates, right? Which is kind of crazy, and interest rates, which they need to fix. But then Donald Trump comes out and basically says, holy shit, yeah, I've been in Bitcoin before I even became the second-term president. Like, I'm super bullish on Bitcoin. And he is absolutely maxed out and believes that it's the best thing. Everyone should be in it. It's a way to support the dollar. Like, he basically came out and was like, yeah, US is literally macro bullish on everything going on in cryptocurrency. Like, that's a pretty crazy statement to make, right? So he's all bullish on it. He's absolutely maxed out. And it also is certainly playing out across the rest of the kind of, makers and shakers of what goes on in the US House and Senate. So yeah, they formalized ties with the team behind the Trump meme coin. This is all to do with World Liberty Finance. But the report asked Trump whether he paused his family cryptocurrency ventures, to which again, he said he doesn't care about investing while in office. He said the US dominance of the sector means that more personal finance he insists is that involvement it does not hinder congressional negotiations. And he said people should be invested in Bitcoin. Tell you what, it's a crazy day, which definitely should have pumped the markets way more than it has. And this is the thing to think about here, right? So you kind of have this crazy announcement around the Federal Reserve, the whole banking sector. Everyone's like, oh, this is pretty crazy. And the markets don't move anything. It takes me to come live to pump the price of Bitcoin. I mean, what the hell is all that about? Anyway, I think it's pretty crazy. Thanks for the mustache and hat, Vern. Lit up hat and mustache, baby. BTC uptrend, gap widened, 66.33 toppy. Do you think? Doesn't go much higher than that, maybe. Move 5514, welcome to the live. Appreciate you guys. Don't forget, keep tapping that screen. Also, keep sharing us out. We drop the alpha here on this channel, more so than anyone else does in this crypto space. So make sure that you're dialed in. Also, by the way, if you're on YouTube, hit that like and subscribe button. We're here every day bringing you the best content. We actually dropped a very interesting XRP video. We talked about the real reason behind Judge Torres' decision as to why not to go forward with that XRP case. If you haven't seen that video, go and watch it. It's pretty bullish. Right. Good. Okay. So with all of that being said, with a market that you expect them to spike, Trump comes in and goes, we're sick of talking to Canada. We're going to smash some tariffs on him. You're like, for fuck's sake. Trump arena. Sort your life out. Anyway, he said, we're terminating all trade negotiations with Canada immediately. Like, come on, bro. You just announced a potential trade deal with China, all the rest of it, and then you're like, yeah, well, screw Canada, we don't care. Like, what the hell? What the hell? Harlem says, do you really think we're going to skyrocket because we've been waiting for the real bull run? Yes, I really do think we are. And what I would say, by the way, Harlem, is we are in the bull run. You can't be at a 15K low for BTC and be sat now at 107,000 after breaking all-time highs twice and not believe we're in a bull run. Patience is going to test a lot of people this year. It really is. And we may even go on, I'm doing some research on it in a minute, so I'll have some content coming out for you guys, hopefully sooner rather than later, which will be specifically talking about where I think the market will come with a evidence supporting the back of that. We could see 2026 as the market cycle top. I don't think so just at the minute, but it's a possibility. So these are the kind of things you've got to understand. This is so much more macro than it's ever been. Bitcoin is almost an adolescent. This crypto market is certainly fighting against its parents and it doesn't want to go to bed yet. That's the problem. And we're going to have to kind of work through what that looks like. But for me, absolutely. Like, you look at the news and you look at what's going on. The only real question is, are we going to get the most insane altcoin market that I think a lot of us want? That's on the table, I think, for discussion at the minute. So anyway, continuing on. Ethereum now hitting a new high with over 29% of the supply locked. This is very bullish. And I'm not saying everyone should go and ape everything they've got into Ethereum, but certainly if you are naive to believe Ethereum doesn't have a move coming, then I don't really know what to tell you or convince you. But Ethereum is trending and is trading at a critical level after reclaiming 2400, showing resilience in the face of the market-wider volatility. However, like we said, with the massive amount of Ethereum being staked, this is a big deal. Ethereum has climbed 75% from its April lows, showing strong recovery and resilience. The problem we've got with Ethereum is Vitalik is too much like a playboy and needs to get down to doing some hard work. The growing optimism is supported by improving on-chain fundamentals and key metrics showing the percentage of Ethereum supply staked has reached a new all-time high. Think about that. 29% of the entire circulating supply of Ethereum is staked. It's a pretty big deal. We talked about this the other night. You've got massive companies that are changing their investment strategy, moving more to a Ethereum-based strategy, staking Ethereum. Like, it's all pretty crazy if you ask me. So this obviously could play out, and favorably, if we can see ETH holding above 2400, it needs to kind of keep above this key line here. This is 2408, so we don't want to see it below. It needs to start to push back to the upside. I'd be much more comfortable around 2550. That would give me a warm sense, potentially a little blanket that would just help me sleep at night knowing Ethereum is slightly better. However, still, the zone and historical served as a pivot for major price action. Clear break above is the trigger for a broader targeting above 2800 and 3000. So we're looking at 2625 to 2660 as a potential break, giving us that move to the upside. That's what we want to keep our eyes on. Okay, keeping going on. Pump Fund 2.0. Who would have thought this was coming out? New features, but it's a complete dud. An absolute dud. And secretly, I'm kind of happy. Pump Fund 2.0 boosts mobile trading with real-time trends and one-time tap token buys. Pump token stalls, though, at 2 cents with zero volume and weak technical indicators. Despite zero supply, Pump's FDV sits around 421k, hitting a spectacular future value. Pump Fund has rolled out much anticipated mobile app upgrade. Pump Fund 2.0 to introduce new site, tools for crypto enthusiasts on the go. See you later. And I'm almost happy that this didn't kind of go kaboom, because that would have been a disappointment for everyone in the market. The problem is that Vitalik dances and sings very badly. That's also true. What's going on, LK? 1 million without work and retail real estate market littered with empty buildings. Recession could do damage. Yeah, I mean, even Jerome Powell doesn't think we're going to a recession now, though. Well, I mean, you in the US, I don't know how it plays out across the rest of the world, but I don't believe so. The fact that you've got the biggest driver of inflation is at record lows probably tells us we're going to be okay, I think. Well, record lows certainly in the last kind of month. You'd want to see it come down a little bit lower. What does super crazy look like? $55 a barrel? That would be optimistic. Let's hope we get to that point for sure. Yeah, October is 18 months from halving, so sometime after hitting the 88 for BTC, that's when the bubble pops and it's all season. Yeah, fingers crossed. Remember, it all kind of moves afterwards, so we'll see. We'll see. Rambo headband. What the hell is that? 37. Thank you for the gifts, by the way. You guys are crushing it. I appreciate you guys. Don't forget also, keep tapping that screen. Let's try and get over 10,000 likes. If every single person in here just taps that screen for a little bit, massively helps out. Also, if you're here on YouTube, by the way, 61 people in the stream. Do me a favor, hit the like button. Let's get us pumping on this platform. It's all gravy. Remember, we drop the absolute alpha here that you can't get anywhere else. Okay, that, after looking at this again, is kind of it for the news. Like I said, we didn't have a lot of crazy stuff going on. There's a lot of news, but at the same time, it's just a lot of bits of news. Obviously, we've seen quite a few companies buying more Bitcoin. We've seen more people getting bullish on Bitcoin. We've seen kind of further adoption of Bitcoin, yada, yada, yada. It all feels pretty optimistic out there. But while all of that is going on, the price of Bitcoin is still just hovering where it is. Altcoins not quite making it move. However, we do know that there is optimism in the game. We also know that we could go one of two ways, depending on where you think. The Binance BTC USDT heat map shows some major short liquidity at 106, which is maybe where James Wynn is kind of calling on his shots from. You've also got liquidity at 108 as well. So yeah, we do need to kind of see what that looks like, but whichever side goes first, expect a sharp move. So I think we could see something crazy. If you saw, we tried earlier on the wick down, followed by the move back up to the upside. So, you know, it could be pretty volatile as we kind of walk through the next week, maybe. I mean, don't forget, next week is super boring in terms of, you know, just macroeconomic data, not a lot coming out. So we may just see like the most boring week in the world. What's going on? Official CJ, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Have we got some breaking news? I might have some breaking news for you guys. Dead quick. Do I have some breaking news? Something came up about Iran. Nope. The S&P closed at its new all-time high of 61.73. That's okay. That's a new record high. That is pretty wild. And yeah, so AVAX. No, not AVAX. Grayscale has updated its top 20 crypto list for 2025. Q3 adding 2 coins. This is the list that Grayscale are very bullish on for Q3 2025. Bitcoin, obviously Ethereum, Solana. Hyperliquid feels like it's gaining some momentum. Sui, Chainlink, Avalanche is the new one that's been added. Just let you guys know. Morpheo's also been added as well. Helium in there. HNT. That's a surprise one. Aerodrome. So yeah, shading denotes additions to the upcoming Q3 2025. So Grayscale going big on AVAX and Morpheo. That could be pretty good. Hopefully we see that kind of move. Virtuous Protocol still in there. Tau, lots of people have been talking about Bao. Uniswap, obviously that's going to be in there. If they turn RevShare on, Uniswap is over. That'll be a super crazy move. So yeah, Grayscale once again going pretty optimistic in this market as well. So outside of that, nothing. Oh, there is some breaking news. Oh, breaking news, baby. James Wynn officially has closed his shorts. Right, let's pump it then. Let's get Bitcoin moving. James Wynn's stopped it all. He's stopped everything. He's not bullish anymore. He's giving it all up. The breaking news is there's no breaking. It's because something came up on my phone, and I thought it was breaking news, but it wasn't breaking news. That's kind of breaking news. James Wynn's closed all his longs. Shorts, if you believe him. I'm pretty whole Powell for creating inflation and taking away the American dream, at least for my generation. Powell? I don't know about Powell. Maybe. I mean, I guess. Win Kramer, yeah. Can you imagine that? Yeah, lost $100 million by going long. And then the market's absolutely biting him in his ass. Oh, my God. Absolutely wild. I don't think one of my kids is getting murdered, but it sounds a little bit like they are. Right. Having an absolute disaster. And it's because we put her to bed and she was asleep downstairs. So she'll have woke up not knowing where she is. Disaster. For any parents out there, good advice. Don't try and sneak your kid to bed. 37, thanks for the basketball. Appreciate that. Loving the gifts right now. I'm loving the fact that this is actually working and that we aren't just getting completely zero people in here. It was very disappointing last night, I'm not going to lie. Also, in other news, look, my sunburn is getting a little bit easier, all right? It's getting a little bit easier. It's still slightly painful, but good news, my sunburn is on the decline. So hopefully in the next, by the time I come back on Sunday, good news, all right? We won't have some extreme sunburn going on. No one wants that. No one wants that. I'm old enough to know that I shouldn't be getting sunburn at my age. But hey, turns out sometimes you just do. Sometimes you just get sunburnt. So yeah, such is life. Such is life. Right. Anyway, keeping on going. Keeping with the market. Keeping optimistic and bullish on what's going on. Wins craps his shorts. Yeah, I mean, that's true. That's true. People like the peeling. Yeah, this is the thing, you see. I don't know if I'm going to peel or not. I don't know if I'm going to peel or not. We'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see. Right, we've got a couple of you guys. I think... Have we got a couple of you guys wanting to come in? Yeah, we do. We got Vern. A couple of you guys are getting your ticket. Bullish. Albeit there's only looks like there's only a couple of you, by the way. Check out the description if you're interested. Get involved. That's all I would say. Get involved. Right. That is pretty much the news. Bitcoin is holding up pretty well. Just 1 second, though, because it's super hot in here. I think I need to get a fan. Not gonna lie. I think I need to get a fan in here. Right. What's the news? Let's go. Curtis in the house. What's going on, Curtis? Good to see you, buddy. Good to see. Not a lot of news right now. Everything's kind of quiet. Everything's kind of okay. That grayscale news is pretty bullish, though. And yeah, looks like hopefully Bitcoin is starting to move a little bit. And finally, altcoins have moved with Bitcoin. So this is also good news. We're not getting completely trampled as we have done over the course of the last, couple of days. So yeah, fingers crossed we'll sort of see this continue to move. And this is good news. Yeah, good. All right, cool. If you got any questions, by the way, please put them in the chat. Also, if you got any questions here, let me know and I will try and answer them the best I possibly can. Maybe you're in some sort of altcoin. Maybe you've got a DeFi play, whatever. Then let me know. And I'll certainly try and give you my opinion on it, whether it's worthwhile or not. Like I said, nothing is ever financial advice. It is only just some advice, which I think is important to reference. Dead quick as well. I have just muted TikTok. The Chico token pre-sale last round is coming to a close in the next 20 days before launch. If you are interested, there is a 10% bonus on this one as well. Looking super bullish. There is lots of stuff going on in the background. Already agreed one exchange. Looking like they may have another one as well. Links in the description. I know a couple of you guys have already got into it. Team is super bullish. They launched a project before, went to 60 million. Again, if you are interested, check out the link in the description. I think this is going to be worthwhile your time. The team is super cool. I think we've got a space dialed in with them on Sunday as well. So get ready. If you are interested, check that out for sure and have a look. Like I said, link is in the description. Okay, good. Let's take a look at a little bit of DeFi, which I think is probably a good idea. We haven't got a lot on our list of things, though. So, yeah. You join my live tomorrow, bro? What time is it, Alvin? What time are you doing it? If it's not like some sort of crazy time, I can maybe jump in for a little bit. Inner Circle says, totally blesh. I give it all more credit to Powell for getting all dove-like lately. Seems we may get a double cut, even IMO. Yeah, look, people are talking about that we may see a rate cut. That doesn't help me, Alvin. I need it in my time. It's 9:30 for me, PM. What does that look like? Your time. If it's not crazy, then potentially, yeah. If it's not like a crazy time for me, then yeah. If it's a crazy time for me, then probably not. But let me know. Let me know. Right, there was something else I was going to show you guys, and I have totally and utterly forgotten about it. But yeah, nearly 10 p.m. now. Like 9:30 for me. Man, what was I going to show you guys? I was going to show you guys something, but I've totally forgotten. Anyway, right. We don't have a lot on our list of things, so I would love some new coins to put on here, by the way, but Fog, if you are subscribed to me on TikTok, then I called this in my subscriber group, so shout out to you guys. This one is now just under a $500,000 market cap, currently sitting at 1133, broke a zero earlier on, and actually looking like it may break all-time highs, so that's good news. Kita up about 10%, this was a Tim Shea call, and is doing very well. Marbitz is where we are. Someone bought a whopping $4.93 today, so bullish on those. Thank you so much indeed. While, we all know what happened over the course of the last... I mean, look at that. It's just a shambles, isn't it? Look at all that selling pressure. Anyway, watch this space. XPR, 3.2% down a little bit. I haven't really got anything else. Like, everything else is kind of a little bit quiet over here. Nothing that I've seen or that seems to be going crazy. Yeah. So it's at 10 p.m. my time. Okay, that's not super crazy. Maybe then, yeah, maybe I might be able to jump in for a little bit. We'll see. We'll see where I lie with the misses. So yeah, hopefully we can do that. Hopefully we can do that. All I want is you. I was listening to Wilson Phillips today. Hold on as well. That's a pretty good song, isn't it? Somebody's gonna turn down and make you cry. Too late, baby, when you know we're gonna make it. Oh dear me. Right. Good. Tim Shea getting the credit for my call. What's the disgrace? Was it you? Sorry, Toms. Sorry. Johnny says, are you bullish on ICP? If I'm honest, probably not. Probably not. That's not to say that there isn't an opportunity with ICP. And we've sort of talked about this recently. I'm just not that crazy on it, if I'm honest. Yeah, difficult one. Difficult one. I think it had a big run. That's what I was going to look at. Yeah, it had a big run. Does it have a potential? Yes. Is it going to go back above all-time highs? Don't know. I mean, I saw an interesting mechanic the other day. It was like, ETH 50% down from all-time high. AVAX 65%. Like some of these coins are so far down from all-time high. It's kind of crazy to think about. And then you sort of get into this place where you're like, surely there has to be an altcoin market. It's just the way that life works. But unfortunately, sometimes it doesn't always work like that. So yeah, we will have to wait and see. Right, yeah, I was going to have a look at the federal decision. So we have actually gone back a little bit. Bought 100 AVAX last week. Nice. Johnny, good shout. I think personally I'm an AVAX investor. So yeah, I'm bullish on AVAX. Cody says Chainlink. Yeah, bullish on Chainlink. I think we've got a big opportunity with Chainlink. Again, I'm sort of looking for a position, but again, I don't have capital to kind of invest right now. So we'll wait and see. But you understand, like, Chainlink is almost like in everything. So yeah, not a bad place to be at all, I don't think. Yeah, so Federal Reserve decision potentially. I know some people are calling that we may see rate cuts in July. Doesn't feel like it. I think we'll have to see a way more dovish Fed, probably some good indication metrics coming out. We'll have obviously another PPI, another CPI, all that kind of stuff before then. So yeah. Price prediction for AVAX this bull market. I mean, I thought we'd see at least $400-500, but I mean, look, it's hard life. Can it do a 10x? Could it do 20x maybe? Maybe we'll have to wait and see. I mean, AVAX right now I think is a steal at $17.40. That's just my opinion, by the way. Just my opinion. But you never know. No cut till September. Yeah, that is the other thing as well. I think lots of people are in that place that we won't see, anything too drastic until later on in the year, which then could mean that we, roll over into 2026 with this market. That's definitely a possibility. So you and I will have to wait and see. Hopefully we get it. What's going on, DJ Brian? I didn't even see it was you that said that. So yeah. Hopefully we get it. Don't forget, keep tapping that screen, by the way, on TikTok. Let's get over 10,000 likes. Also, if you haven't already done it on YouTube as well, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Let's engage with it. Massively helps out both algorithms. Let them know that this is a channel that you absolutely should be watching, and it helps support my work here on this channel as well. So I appreciate you guys for sure. All I want is to... some of you guys are getting in now. Let's get it. Looks like we're going to be able to get some marble races going. Bullish. Let's go, baby. Let us go. Right. Let me just do this. Let me do this. All I want is you. What's up, Tim Chilling, bro? The weekend chart really down for now. I day trade NQ mainly. Bullish. Becca has mentioned next year for bull run. Yeah, so many people think of now going into it. We'll definitely take a look and see what that looks like. It's a possibility. I mean, like 2026 for the bull market. Loads of people talk about, well, it's the same old, same old. It kind of is a lot. I tell you what we could do with doing. We could do with looking at. Let me see if I can find this chart. It's pretty interesting, actually. Please tell me that you think Filecoin will do well in this bull run. I'm well under what? I mean, I've heard good news about Filecoin. I don't own any Filecoin. I've never owned Filecoin, and I probably won't be buying any Filecoin, but that's not to say they won't do well. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to piss on your chips out, but I don't know. Like, I mean, it could do well. I don't really know too much about it, but the thing I would say is I don't hear anyone talking about it. Maybe that's a bad news story, but I just don't hear anyone talking about it. That doesn't mean, though, by the way, that it can't go crazy. It doesn't mean it can't go crazy. Just my opinion. Iron Man's joined the live. What's going on, Iron Man? Welcome. So loads of people, by the way, loads of people. Yeah, this is kind of okay, right? So loads of people are talking about this right now. Loads of people are talking about this particular kind of setup on the chart. On the left here, you've got gold, and on the right, you've got Bitcoin. And you've got a similar story. You've got obviously how the gold, I think 2000 launched ETFs and then went on this kind of monumental run, you know, basically with very low volatility and yada, yada, yada. A lot of people are calling Bitcoin exactly the same. That actually the decoupling from traditional 4-year cycles, decoupling from, you know, the kind of overall market, etc., has happened, and that we are now much more aligned to gold, and that actually Bitcoin and gold become very, very, very correlated, which I think is important. So, yeah, this is kind of what we're looking at. Is Bitcoin going to play the same way that gold has? And I think it's an important metric to think about. I think it's an important thing to sort of walk through as that would look like. And hopefully then we sort of come out the other side of it feeling very, very bullish and optimistic. I mean, I would be down for that if it does follow the path of gold, which I think, you know, fingers crossed we kind of get that. Yeah, maybe. All I want is you. It's a weekly parabolic breakout from a huge rising wedge. It's beautiful on the 3-month BTC versus Kang. Yeah, I think that's what a lot of people are talking about, by the way. This kind of move. So yeah. I asked the guy down the pub about an altcoin season bull run. He said it was all what? It will start whenever. That is unfortunate how it is. You don't hear many talking about quant, but that will melt faces. This bull run true. Well, look, quant's very different to AVAX in a degree. Quant's the ISO 222 narrative, which will naturally be slightly more favorable, I think. What Filecoin's not an ISO 222, and it doesn't have a lot of things. So although you say, well, not a lot of people are talking about quant, there is obviously a big deal going on with quant, which is very much different to what is going on with which is more than what's going on with Filecoin. That's the point I would make now. There's definitely a difference. Personally, that's just my opinion. That is just my opinion. So yeah. Anyway, good news. All right. Yeah, cool. We're good. Sweet. Can't copy and paste it. It's the same as we had pinned in the TG. Yes, it's a TG one, and it's in the description as well, Mark. So you can just see it in there in the description. Oh my god. Who bought on the chart? Is that one of you guys, or is that just someone different? Did someone just actually buy on there, or is that actually a thing on it? But yeah, it's in the TG. It ends I'll pin it, by the way. Actually, there we go. It ends in 3952. Yeah, sorry I may have missed the announcement. It's all good. It's all good. It's yeah, Brett will pump with memes. Yeah, I think Brett's got a chance. I think this whole Bitcoin gold thing is going to be really interesting as this plays out as well. So yeah, keep your eyes peeled on that. Man, nearly at 10,000 likes on TikTok. You guys are crazy. You guys are super bully. Love it. Love it. Don't forget, tap that screen. Hit that follow button as well. And don't forget, these are where the true legends are. Here, you guys can have some coins, actually. Let's do some coins. There's a treasure box. It's coming up. There you go. Bash. Have some of them. Have some of them. Wait till the counter calms down. All you got to do is tap it and grab some of those coins. Get in there. Get in there. Sent a rainbow. Hey, thanks, 37. I appreciate it. Michael Orlesh, what's going on? Welcome to you guys jumping in. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. And again, if you want to support my work here on TikTok, you can support by doing this, and it does something here as well. We've got some sort of bonus timer going on, so you know, feel free to help out. The rising wedge breakdown downtrend may break the parabolic to the uptrend and trend, just like CAS when it broke 5 cents. The BTC 23K, not BS. I'm down for it. Like I said, hopefully, I think, you know, Bitcoin's rallying a little bit into the weekend. I mean, it's not going crazy, which is kind of good news. You don't generally want this big spike into the weekend. I mean, if you think last Friday was a big dump, Friday before was a big pump, Friday before that was a reasonable pump. So, yeah, I mean, we've historically pumped into Fridays, followed by, dump by the end of the weekend. So we could go into this kind of sideways and then push out the weekend. That would be good news. So, yeah, that would be good news. Do any futures 2-bit? I haven't done any recently, no. No, haven't done any. Have you, Tim? I see some of you guys do it on some of those links in the description. There's quite a few of you signed up to that, so shout out to you guys. But yeah, I haven't done any for a while, personally. Trump will screw that. I mean, I don't think anything crazy is coming up this weekend. At least I hope not. Anyway, we'll have to wait and see. I mean, what's he done on a Sunday so far? Announced a strategic reserve, bombed Iran. Like, I mean, Sundays are like the new Friday night for some people, aren't they? Like, keep an eye out for what might happen on Sunday. It might be about to get pretty spicy. Who knows? Who knows? Anyway, thinking about longs on Sunday. Ooh, interesting. Yeah, maybe. We can talk about that. We maybe do it live on the stream. Maybe do it on the stream. That'd be good news. Right. DeFi place. We'll keep an eye on the Bitcoin price. Let's go to the hourly chart. Again, you can see that nice candle coming in here for the last hour. Again, retesting this upper range. We're looking for that break. 107, 166. We're not far off. Keep hitting that like button. Keep tapping that screen. Doing all that good stuff massively helps out. Pushes the old price of BTC up. Which is good news, if you ask me. Retail is simply not Qantas target demographic. When news does come out, it's always geared towards inflation and big boys. Yeah. Well, the thing with the retail investors right now is that as much as people say they are here, they're not. Like, we know they're not. Long-term holders are still stacking their bags. Institutions are still stacking their bags. Retail's got to come at some point. Has to. I think it just needs something to flip. And then I think we see retail compiling in like a set of lunatics. Just my opinion. Hopefully we see that. Hopefully we see it. Right, did many of you grab these coins or not? No one grabbed the coins. God, what is wrong with you guys? Why don't you like grabbing the coins? I'll stop doing them. I'll stop doing them. I like the idea of a Trump indicator. We need one. Yeah, that would be pretty interesting, wouldn't it? It just goes off the scale on a Sunday. You're like, oh, God, here we go again. He's about to crash the market. Sell everything. What's going on, Selmo? Good to see you, man. Appreciate you being here. Yeah. Again, what we don't have, obviously, through the weekend, and this is where if we do see a push down in the market, it probably won't be as crazy as I think many people predict because we haven't got institutions there. Also, if we do see a dump, don't expect to be bailed out. I don't think we'll necessarily see that kind of big push back to the upside because, well, simply put, the reality is that there isn't enough capital flowing in. So while we've got these ETF inflows coming in right now, this is obviously very bullish, $2.8 billion. A good old day in trading on ETFs. We won't get through the weekend, so I think that's worthwhile. I got one coin. Oh, mate. Johnny, what the hell? What the hell, Johnny? Oh, yeah, 2 winners. I see you guys now. Let's go. Johnny and 37. You got 1 coin, you set of choppers. That's terrible. That is terrible. Maybe I'll adjust that. I don't even know how much 1 coin is. You can buy a rose back if you want. Trump asking the Air Force if they have any bunker busters left. Then he slips a note to Tim Powell's address. Imagine. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see. I wonder how long Powell can hold on to not cutting rates when the rest of the world is cutting rates. It could be interesting. Tomato Pete says 1 coin is better than nothing. That is true as well. That is very true. So, yeah. All gravy, if you ask me. All gravy. And we have got a good entrance into the marble race so far. We've got a good 14 entries. So, let's get it. Let's get it, you set of legends. Poman's in the building. What's going on, Poman? Good to see you. Welcome. TikTok, keep tapping that live, bro. 10,000 likes, baby. Love it. Keep it going. Keep it engaging. Let people know we're here. 37, dropping some sort of wings. Enjoying that 1 coin splash. You're a legend. I love it. Harry says, what's the coin thing you're on about? It's on TikTok. It's on TikTok, Harry. I'm assuming that's what you mean. I just give away some coins. Unless you're talking about the Alpha Group, which is also on TikTok as well. Because I always said I would never put paid subscriptions on YouTube. Didn't say I wouldn't do it on TikTok, though. Oh, dear me. Poe's here for the DAG meetup. Is that, what do you call yourselves again? The Blue Crew. Is that right? Am I making that up or is that right? Dang, almost missed the show. Hey, you should hold your head in shame. Not that there's anything too crazy going on, by the way. Not that there's anything too crazy going on. It's all fine. It's all fine. Bitcoin versus gold starting to look pretty bullish. ETF volume still going crazy. Banks are now going to be able to custody crypto. It's all, just a pretty standard Friday in the market. It's nothing wild. Nothing crazy. Bitcoin hovering at 107, 157. We need a break, though. This is what we're looking for. We are just above it, I think. What did I have that at? Yeah, 107, 144. That's what we're looking for. That continuous break with that potential upside move. Hopefully we can kind of see that. Here's the 5-minute chart. So you can see this kind of volatility around this key support line for us. Let's hopefully get that. 10K 37. Love it. And you have a little sub badge on as well. Look, that's nice, isn't it? Love it. Anyone see the new John Wick? No. Is it any good? Maybe I should see it. I don't even think I've seen any of the other ones. How bad's that? I know loads of people talk about it, yeah. It's all good, Curtis. I forgot what they call us, to be honest. Yeah. Oh, we might have some breaking news, everybody. Breaking news. Hold on. Like Rebel Wilson, right? Wilson Phillips says, hold on. Alert, a whale's 93 million short position on BTC USDT was liquidated in a single order on HTX. Holy shit. Wow. I mean, that was earlier. That was like 7 o'clock. Although it depends what time these are on. That is a big. Wow. That is disgusting. Imagine that. I mean, how would you feel about that? Yeah, there it is. Look, 93 million. Wow. Man, imagine that. Should we put a thing out? A little tweet out, look. Let's do a little tweak, 'cause it's funny. Idiot got wrecked. I mean, talk about not having a stop loss. What the hell? What is that about? Right, let's put a tweet out. Someone check on at James Win. $93 million gone like that. Oops. Right, there we go. There we go. Right, you guys, go and give this some attention that it needs. Bosh! There we go. Right. Man, 93 million short. That is disgusting. Jesus. I mean, I thought it was bad when I lost a chunk of change to tell the missus. I mean, imagine that. Hi, how was your day trading? Well, I might have accidentally lost $93 million. You'd be like, oh. All right, sound. Yeah, okay. Well, that's not a good idea. Is it? Oh, dear me. It's wild. John McCaffrey to show that. Yeah, 2-bit. Also hilarious. I mean, that's true. That's true. Too many people got broke chasing others' dreams. I like to ride on the chasers buy stock waves. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean, it's almost sometimes you kind of think, is it worth getting notoriety for a certain thing? Like, everyone knows James Wynn as the macro bull on Twitter. Like, oh, he's going to the moon. Da, 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 da. Like, do you want to be known as that guy? I don't know if I want to be known as that guy. Man, longs are getting a little bit tasty right now as well. A couple of milli longs getting wrecked. 93 million. 93 million. Jesus. Tax write-off. I mean, maybe. If it was like it could be an exchange or something crazy, I guess. It'd be pretty wild. It could be pretty wild. Where did it get liquidated at? HTX. Just saying. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Exactly, yeah. Win closes shots. Yeah, I know. It's not really James, and I just thought it was funny to post that out. Yeah, I don't believe it's him, so yeah. But it's still, that's why I want to see this kind of move up. When did it come in? It came in at 17:33. I was like this afternoon. That was like 8 hours ago. All right, okay. Maybe that's what spiked Bitcoin. But anyway, too bad I got to tell you, got to be the best at interacting with chat in a live show. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. I try my best. I keep getting unstable connection, which I think is why I'm dropping viewers on TikTok. I don't know why I keep getting unstable connection. I'm on 5G. My internet doesn't reach up here. I need to fix that, actually. I need to get like an internet booster for up here. 93 million wife says, we aren't going on holiday to book the Regis. Yeah, can you imagine? I've got us an Ibis economy rather than just the standard Ibis. Oh, man, 93 million. I mean, imagine that would be a disaster, wouldn't it? That would be an absolute disaster. I reckon my missus would leave me for that. She'd definitely leave me. She'd be like, oh, yeah, you lost 93 million. Right, good, we'll sleep outside then. You'd be like, oh, jeez. The hell? Could be worse. Could be worse. He could have what? He would what? Wherever the wife's credit card. Oh, my God. That'd be pretty wild. Almost missed it again. Oh, come on, Moto. You know, we do the same time every single day. Skeggy. Yeah, let's all go to Skegness. I'm nearer the East Coast, me. So you'll find me in, you know, such places as Scarb Vegas, you know, Filey and Tobago. I can't even think of one for Bridlington. Anyway. You know what I could do with $93 million? I mean, you've told me some of your plans before, Vern, and all I would say is, they will never license you to drive a gigantic robot around with a laser beam on it. They'll never do it. So I don't know why you keep going after that dream. Just saying, by the way. They won't let you do it. I'm 20 minutes from Skeg Vegas. Nice. Nice. I actually have never been to Skegness. Have I been to Skegness? Maybe I've been once. Don't know. I wouldn't be DJ. Exactly. Man, if I made 10 million, that'll do me. I don't need to degen trade. I'll just take 10 million and be like, right, someone point me in the direction of the Lambo dealership and I'll be good. I don't need to do any more. Man, I just pulled one of my keys off my keyboard. That's also a disaster. What the heck is going on? There we go. There we go. Pop over for a beer, 2 bit. Always, John. Been a great Yarmouth? Yeah, I've never been there. Was it Bezos' wedding? Oh, man, did you see that? They like closed Venice. They like closed it. Man, this is disgusting, isn't it? That guy's got way too much money. Way too much money. He could lend me like 5 million and not even worry about it. I see. I don't think 1 million's enough. I definitely don't think 1 million's enough nowadays. I know that sounds utterly ridiculous, but I just don't think it is. You'd have to like, if you could get 1 million and live a bit more comfortably, I think, but you couldn't like 10 million. You could just be like, right, I'm going to go buy a Lambo and I don't really care. And I'm going to pay this off and I'm going to give away. I think 1 million is like, I mean, you can't get, you struggle to get a big house. Anyway, you get 1 million. Just imagine you won 1 million on the lottery and then just go long on Bitcoin. Just like, yeah, I'm going to go 100x leverage long with $1 million. So it's going to be as if you're trading in 100 million. I mean, you don't need it to move about $4. You probably make 300 grand. 2-bit doesn't need, you need 5 million, bro. People are giving me, yeah, I know it's ridiculous. Put 2 million in savings with 4% back and we'll tie you in them. Yeah, well, I mean, that's the other thing as well. You make it work hard for you. APR, we talk about what that could look like here in the markets as well. So, I mean, most people know that I am very much bullish on Aerodrome Finance. I actually had a decent run over the last couple of days as well, which is kind of good. So that APR is up now again. I think it's like 22%. I haven't seen where it is today, but let's take a look at it. I don't want to play the audio. Just let me do this. Oh, stop doing that. Weird that you have to come up and be like, verify that you are still here on TikTok. And yet somehow they can hear everything you say, watch everything you do. Yeah, look at that. 45% APR, baby, on Aerodrome. That is bullish. We're going to be earning that coin. Look at that, ordinary earn $75. I love it. It's a good ratio, that. 45%. Nice. That's doubled in like the last couple of hours. Love that. Thoughts on an ETH price? I've still got to be bullish on ETH at, 8 to 10. That's where I'm at. Again, not financial advice, only my opinion. But yeah, I'm still pretty optimistic about ETH. Hold a decent portion. My second biggest hold in Ethereum. I think Ethereum will do very, very well. As I think Solana will. I mean, I've seen people talk about Solana going to $5,000 by 2030. I mean, that's an insane price prediction. Think about that. But, I think Solana definitely has a big run. I did some research on Cardano. Not sure about that one, if I'm honest. XRP, I think, is set for a solid move for sure. Man, Sui's up 4% today. Look at Zebek. Finally bouncing back, Zebek. Come on, Zebek. You're ass in gear. Get moving, baby. Let's see a little bit more upsides. As Bitcoin holding now above this 107. We might get a nice close here. 3 hours left. Fingers crossed we get it. Yeah, I'd take 20 acres in a small house and build dirt bike jumps all day. Nice. I like your style. Right. I'm refreshing the blockchain just to double check. I don't think we've got anyone else in other than what I've already got. So if you're not in, let me know. But I think I've got everyone. I'm just going to read out the wallets I've got. So I've got Vern, ODCO, D677, F110, 60BC, and Mark Noby. I don't think there's anyone else unless anyone else has a view. 37, thanks for the alien pet. Oh, did I miss it? It comes up here, doesn't it? Oh, I missed that one. I love Ada, Midnight Game Changer, big money. Doesn't like everyone knowing everything. Yeah, look, I think the tech behind Ada is cool. They just need to get their ass in gear with some kind of community building or something. I mean, it has got a big community, but yeah, some of the metrics are interesting, to say the least. We got to let the big bulls hang out and get this pumping. That's true. That is true, by the way. Right, TikTok, get it to 15,000 likes. Let's do it, baby. Let's do it. Is mine in there? BF91. Have you, what have you done, Craig? Oh my God, you're such a set of choppers. Such a set of choppers. What have you bought on the chart? Sitting around on this freaking channel. Right. No, I haven't got you guys in. We said we weren't going to do any buying on the charts for obvious reasons, but you guys have, so it's fine. It's fine. It might shake out the last ditch attempt, shall we say, maybe. Hopefully it does. All I want is you. And then CCD7 is in the house. Right, there we go. Right, Kushti baby, got you guys in, ready to rock and roll. Big dumper, yeah, literally a big dumper. Let's hope he does dump as well. Fingers crossed. Or it might be a she, by the way. I'm just saying. You know, I don't know if it's actually a male. Hopefully, it's could be either. Could be either. That's my view. Anyway, right, at this point, TikTok, we are out of here. Don't forget to hit the like button and hit the follow button as we drop content every single day, keeping you guys absolutely informed of what's going on in the market. Thanks for all the gifts. Thanks for everything. You guys are a set of legends. We appreciate you, but this is the time where we say goodbye, and we'll see you again very soon. Bye-bye. Right, TikTok's gone. Do you know what they're like? You know what they're like on TikTok? They are dangerous, and I normally get banned if I'm live streaming or talking about marble racing. So, see you later, TikTok. Get out of here. And let's separate the boys from the men right here on the 2-Bit Crypto channel. Let's go. 2-Bit, did they send the tokens to you? Who? What? TikTok cesspool. Yeah, it's good for building, like, it's good. It's where a lot of new projects, I think, miss the trick on TikTok. That's why I'm trying to build my TikTok platform up. A million to go as far as people think. Anybody remember Michael Carroll? Yeah, a million's not good enough. Yeah, I don't think a million's enough. Definitely not. So, right. Anyway, so I have got you guys all in this. So yeah, we are very much dialed in now. We now have 23 entrances. We are bullish on you guys for sure. Right, I'm going to close all that down because I don't need it. And we're here. Good news. Right, 23 legends are all dialed in. Makes sense using TikTok, but good lord, it's a mess of it. Yeah, that's true. But don't forget, I'm already live streaming, so I just live stream the live stream that I'm already doing. So it isn't any extra work, if I'm honest. It's kind of a bit like, well, is what it is. Is what it is. Yo, an admin, can the admins add Marbitz BattleBot and give it admin rights? I'll monitor the back end. So, oh, let's go. The Marbitz BattleBot's back. Nice. Add to group or channel. Marbitz token. Admin rights. I think it doesn't need anything else. Right. Done. Oops, I think I called it a Batter Master. Battle Master. Add bot as admin. Are you sure you want to add it there? Done. Right, I've added it. If anyone is in there. There we go. Added. Boom! It should be back in the Marbitz battle bot. Hopefully. Hopefully. I think you guys can go battle over there. But first, let's do the battle here on the marble track. to see who the championes are going to be. Who's going to take the prize? Who's fancying it? Whose marble is polished and speedy? That is going to be the big question here. Is there going to be enough speed? Oh, how many have we got in there? 23. Is there enough speed? Who's going to be the victor? Who's going to take the championship? And who is going to get bullish? Then hopefully we'll see. Did you say earlier that on your YouTube video back in 2020, I thought I'd lost 3 years? Yeah, kind of. Imagine that. Can you imagine that? Right, everybody, here it is. Look, it is the Party Central. Let's just check out what this looks like and make sure it's not just going to be garbage. Oh, there's spinny things, those things. All right, yeah, this is fine. This is fine. We're going to make sure it's not as easy as, some of the ones. Bitcoin now 107,200, so good news. Right, everybody, good luck to all the legends in the racetrack, and I hope somebody deservedly wins this. Obviously, you got to keep an eye on Tim Shea. Did Tim Shea pay last night, by the way? I did send out the awards we paid out. Congratulations to the winner. Interesting enough, Jesse wins last night, doesn't turn up tonight. What the hell's that about, eh? What is that about? Some people, they're just here for a good time and not a long time. Oh no, what the hell? Who pushed Mark Noby off? F110 definitely pushed Mark Noby off. Come on, you guys, get your ass over here. Watch out for the yeeters. Oh, that was speed. D677 straight through there. No messing around. No messing around. Okay, hold on to your hats. It's about to get crazy through here. Whoop, 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 whoop. Oh, we've got breaking news. We have actually got breaking news. We got breaking news right now. Holy shit. I'm going to line it up. We have breaking news. Oh boy, this is about to get good. Breaking news, everybody. Breaking news. I think we are about to see something pretty interesting in the markets. Okay, let's keep with this though, because this is going to be even bigger breaking news. We got to move a few more spinny things out. Which way are these tracks? Who's fighting out the front? CD87, D677, 60BC, F110's in there as well. The rest need to get the fingers out. I see BF91 down there. Oh, you guys got in there. 60BC does not look like they're slowing down, though. There's a long way to go yet. I could definitely see this starting to play out. Come on, Brad. Let's go. Brad Garlinghouse has officially made an announcement. Price is not moving yet. We're going to be breaking it down for you in just a second. Come on. D677, whoever that is. D677 is on the move. Looks like F110 has shit a brick. ODCO is on the move. CD87. BF91 now is coming through, but D677 is in the last stages. Are they going to take the win? D677 looks unstoppable. It could be, though, that they could... D677! Wop, 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 wop. Right. Congratulations to you. We are here looking at the price of XRP. Brad Garlinghouse officially announcing here, Ripple is dropping our cross appeal. SEC is expected to drop their appeal, as they have previously said. We're closing this chapter once and for all and focusing on what's most important, building the internet of value. I love the fact he's put lock in at the end of it. Shit a brick. Brad Garlinghouse here, bullish on the markets. Are we going to get a move on XRP? That's the question right now. This news is super fresh. I mean, literally, it dropped 2 minutes ago. $10 XRP could be on the cards. Could be on the cards. There you go. If anyone wants to go and farm some engagement, then get it. Absolute nothing burger. Well, I don't know necessarily if it's going to be super nothing burger. We'll see. We'll see. It gives a bit of, closure. It means that we're not going to drag this through. And yeah, I mean, what they're going to do, just pay the fine and move on. We're closing this chapter once and for all and focusing on what's most important. Building the internet of value. Let's get it. Big acquisition coming. Watch out. There could be a very big play in the XRP journey. Right, everybody. That is it. Thank you so much for tuning in. Look out for Sunday. Might have a little something for you guys on Sunday. So don't be late. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. And as always, thank you so much for your support. Appreciate you guys. If you could just engage with it. Let's try and get this channel moving again. Not that it's dead, not that it's down. It's just been really hardly suppressed there on the market. It's hard if you're a cryptocurrency influencer. So your likes and your comments hugely do help out the channel. So as always, thank you so much, everybody. Enjoy the jazzy music, and I'll see you guys on Sunday. See you soon. Thank you.